idea for the cinema. I call it Dahmerilla. Jeffrey Dahmer's brain is implanted into the body of a gorilla. And from there, the film writes itself. Or at least I thought it did. Told my wife about the idea. And she's like, well, then what? What do you mean, then what? He continues to murder people as a gorilla. I even thought maybe he gets the recipe for his zombie concoction down finally. And maybe he has a little army of gay Cambodian twink zombies that do his bidding. But I guess if he's a gorilla, that might be superfluous. Anyway, let's talk about some news, shall we? Let's see what we have here on the old cheat sheets that I have in lieu of a working memory. Massive anti-Trump protests in all 50 states. I believe that the estimates for how many people were protesting across the nation is 500,000 people. It's a lot of people. Protesting the old Trumpmeister, huh? I mean, what did he even do? Seems like he's been on his best behavior to me. I don't know what all this protesting is about. Personally, if I was going to go to a protest, I would just hold a sign that says, I just like signs. I feel like, how are people mobilized for these protests? Because I never hear about them until after they've already happened. You know? Where do you go to find out when to protest? Because I'd like to go to a protest. Seems like fun. I want to hold up a sign. I want to chant things. But I never find out about them until after they've already happened. Where does one go? I guess you have to pay attention to things. I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer to be off in my own little world. Isn't it weird, by the way, how they call that absent-minded? My mind is not absent. I mean, I guess it's absent from the immediate concerns of the world, but it's not absent from the weird little circus of nonsense that's constantly up there, you know? There's always something going on. I don't know how relevant or pertinent what's going on usually is, but there's always something. Ever since Trump did his little tariff scheme, stock market value continues to plummet. I'm recording this at about 1:30 in the morning, Monday morning. I'll probably be uploading this Monday at noon if I can possibly do this video and edit this video and get it uploaded by that time. But, you know, I think I can do it. And by all accounts, you should be waking up into a world where stocks have plummeted even further because every sign seems to indicate that today, Monday, is going to be a bloodbath in the stock market. Maybe things will turn out otherwise, but every time I say maybe things will turn out otherwise, they turn out exactly as they were expected to. So there's that. China, by the way, has already responded to Trump's tariffs with tariffs of their own. The trade war begins. China has responded with a retaliatory tariff rate of 34%. They say, hey, you're going to put 34% tariffs on us. We're going to put 34% tariffs on you. And they are probably just the first of many countries that are going to take this tact. Even old Ben Shapiro has turned on Trump, I think mainly because Trump put tariffs on Israel. And we all know that Benny Boy, he loves him some Israel. I think that's his favorite country. Certainly not mine. I mean, it's not even top 10, I'll be honest with you. Top 20? No, probably not. No. It's being reported that companies and brands are extremely wary of Trump's decisions, but they're scared to criticize him openly. I have some quotes here from anonymous sources, so take it with a grain of salt. But these are from a Politico story. There is zero incentive for any company or brand to be remotely critical of this administration, said a public affairs operative who, like others interviewed for this story, was granted anonymity to speak freely. It destroys your ability to work with the White House and advance your policies, period. An official in the energy industry echoed that sense of fear. He said, hearing angst and frustration from all quarters, but no one wants to be first out of the box saying anything negative about Trump's decision-making. Another lobbyist said, people are smarter this time in dealing with the Trump administration. They know not to beat their chest and try to score points in the New York Times, but to have conversations behind the scenes and try to make deals. I think it's about making deals and not antagonizing the administration. Everyone is terrified, a senior GOP aide said, but I don't think anyone wants to cross the president right now. Not a lot of balls in Washington, not a lot of balls on Wall Street. Everyone just realizes, hey, it's better to just shut the fuck up and let the Trump administration do what it wants to do, even if the something it wants to do is tanking the goddamn economy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would be in everyone's best interest if these companies did speak up, but corporate America and everyone's best interest, the Venn diagram of those two things has no intersection. Those two circles could not be further apart. So you guys think we're going to have a recession or whatever? I don't know. Let's ask the crystal ball. Oh yeah, I see the breadlines. I see the riots. I see the turmoil unfolding. I can't even talk about that one. I can't even tell you what I see there. Let's just say the CIA, she's cooking something up. Never thought I'd be on their side, but hey, maybe it's for the best, right? Is it? Oh no, that just makes things worse. Oh Jesus. Oh God. The whole planet's on fire. The whole damn thing, every square inch. How is that even possible? Well, you know, the crystal ball shows only the futures that may be, not the futures that will be. We can change things. Oh no, actually, that is inevitable. Sorry. Didn't mean to give you false hope. I am now hearing that that actually is inevitable, so oops. But you guys don't want to hear all that doom and gloom horse shit. Let's talk about something brighter and chippier. J.K. Rowling, who canonically, by the way, has seen my banana video. What a beautiful world we live in. What a beautiful place this is. She has decided to take a break from hating trans people and decided that now she's gonna throw some hate towards the group that's really messing things up. Those goddamn asexuals. She reposted a graphic for International Asexuality Day. Asexuality is where a person experiences little to no sexual attraction. Asexual people can form deep emotional connections and relationships, but don't experience sexual attraction in the same way as others. J.K. Rowling said, "Happy International Fake Oppression Day to everyone who wants complete strangers to know they don't fancy a shag." The funny thing is, like, what even in the graphic that she shared said that there was some oppression going on? I mean, I'm sure that asexual people might feel a little tinge of oppression here and there, but probably not much. I mean, because she's kind of right on one front that no one really cares if you don't want to fuck. I mean, maybe someone who wants to fuck you cares, but that's not societal oppression or anything. But why the need to go out of her way, go out of her supposedly busy day to shit on asexuals? Like, what have they done? They're literally famous for what they don't do. So I don't understand. Like, what's the problem? What possibly is even the deleterious effect of asexual people? I mean, I guess if we weren't swimming on a planet of 8 billion motherfuckers and we were desperately in need of some new humans, then maybe then we could look at the asexuals and say, guys, come on, you gotta fucking boost them population numbers. But since we're drowning in humans, I think the asexuals are A-okay. Like, what have they done? And before you think I'm an asexual ally, I'm kind of skeptical about the existence of asexuality. Because every time you actually talk to an asexual person, things get a little weird. Like, yeah, I'm asexual, but I still watch porn and masturbate to it, but I just don't have any sexual feelings while I do it. All right, I don't think you don't have sexual feelings. I think there's just some weird disconnect where you're not experiencing them or something. But you know what? Hey, I have not walked a mile in your shoes. I don't understand, and that's fine. I don't have to understand. I am not asexual. I don't have to understand asexuality. I don't have to even believe in asexuality. I can still respect you doing you. That's fine. Because you know what? Your asexuality ain't hurting me. It ain't hurting me. I haven't had one instance in my life where I was like, God fucking damn asexuality. Why? They've ruined it all again. I mean, come to think of it, I've never had that with any of these groups of people that J.K. Rowling seems to hate. I mean, I guess she's okay with gay people. You know? She even made her little wizard man gay. But she hates pretty much every other group. Here's another exchange that she had on the platform that seems to imply that she doesn't understand the concept of a romantic relationship. Someone said to her, actually, you can be gay, straight, or bi while also being asexual. And she said, how are you supposed to tell which you are if you don't experience sexual attraction? That is mind-blowing. A woman who has written novels, best-selling, hugely popular novels, does not understand the difference between sexual attraction and romantic love. She just thinks they are the exact same thing. I mean, what do you even say to that? So, has J.K. Rowling never seen a dude that she was like, I would love to hop on that man's dick and ride it until the cows come home, but I am not in love with him? Does she not understand that scenario? Well, if she does, this is the reverse. Hey, I am romantically infatuated with that person, but I don't want to fuck them because I am asexual. It's really not that fucking hard to grasp. Is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. I mean, there are certainly limitations to my ability to grasp basic things. I suppose we all have our blind spots. But for her, a published author who has written about numerous characters who fall in love with each other, you would think that maybe she'd have a little bit more solid of a grasp of the concept of romance, but I guess not. Highly strange, highly unusual, highly impractical. But what are we to do? Nothing, I suppose. There's really nothing we need to do about it. She's just J.K. Rowling, screaming into the void of her Twitter. I mean, yeah, sure, some people listen to her, but they're all imbeciles, and we don't need to concern ourselves with the thoughts and actions of imbeciles, do we? Oh, I guess we do. Shit. Fuck. Damn it, wrong again. I saw a screenshot of a Geeks and Gamers video titled, "I Walked Out of the Minecraft Movie." Okay, but why did you walk in? In the first place? Was the fact that it's the Minecraft movie not enough? Was the fact that it stars sellout piece of horseshit Jack Black not enough? Was the fact that it stars literal plank of wood Jason Momoa not enough? Was the fact that the trailers looked like absolute dog shit not enough to keep your ass from walking up to the counter and saying, "I will take one ticket for the stupid ass Minecraft movie, please"? And then after that, you sit down, you start watching it, and you're like, you know what? I don't like this. I don't care for this. Like, no fucking shit. Who fucking over the age of 10 possibly goddamn could? Here's a funny exchange that I saw on Twitter. There's a picture of this guy, and some account called Liberocrat says, "Men, please raise your sons so they don't turn out like this." And then another account called Xavier DeRusso says, "He's based, actually." And then Liberocrat says, "I had no idea. Looked up his TikTok just now and was shocked he is a Trump supporter. Lesson learned, never judge a book by its cover." Oh my God. They don't care. They don't care. All of the stuff they claim to care about, they really don't. If there was a pro-Trump drag queen jiggling her ass in front of a kindergarten class, they'd be okay with it as long as it's pro-Trump. As long as one cheek had Trump on it and the other cheek had 2028, they would be like, "Based. This is good. This is good, clean, wholesome entertainment." I love them. I fucking love them, man. God bless the MAGAs. They're so beautiful. You know what? Hey, MAGAs. I know I talk a lot of shit about Trump, but at the end of the day, I love Trump. You know, I love him. I think he's great. I think he's the best president ever. I think his tariffs are brilliant. He's a great man. And I personally stand in awe of his splendor. So, just so you know, that's my true feelings on Trump. All the other stuff I say, that's all nonsense. That's all bullshit. Pay no mind. I love Trump. Watch my videos. Give me money. But you know, I would not be the only lefty MAGA, because that's a thing now. I found that out when I saw a Free Press article called "I Used to Hate Trump, Now I'm a MAGA Lefty" by Batya Ungar-Sargon. And I was highly disappointed that a site called Free Press has a paywall. Doesn't seem like a free press to me. That's pay press. Now, I really, really desperately wanted to read the article. So, of course, I tried every paywall bypass I could find, but none of them could get through. So I decided, I dug into my wallet. No, I didn't. I didn't pay those fuckers any money. What do you take me for? Come on. I ain't paying him a damn dime. But I want to give credit to Rhett from my Discord for finding a bypass that actually worked. And what I found out is the article is short on facts and big on narrative. Let's talk a little about this article.
If you get your news from the liberal mainstream media, the New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, and the Washington Post, you may think, as I once did, that Trump is a far-right extremist. These outlets cast Trump as a racist, a hater, a George Wallace for the 21st century. But in fact, when viewed dispassionately, Trump is more like a 21st century FDR. Socially moderate, anti-interventionist, and committed to America's blue-collar workers as the backbone of this country and the locus of our power and democracy.
I had no idea that Donald J., the J is for genius, by the way. I had no idea that Donald Genius Trump was the second coming of FDR. About the only thing that FDR did that I could see Trump doing is setting up an internment camp for Japanese people. Why the Japanese in this day and age, I don't know. But I also don't know why Trump does half the shit he does, so hey, who knows? Maybe he'll do it. I mean, the political philosophies of Trump and FDR could not be more diametrically opposed. Trump is a guy that likes to give tax cuts to the wealthy. He likes to gut social safety nets. FDR was the classic tax and spend liberal. Trump is a trade protectionist. FDR was a globalist. Trump is a nationalist. FDR was an internationalist. Trump slashed regulations. FDR created many of the regulatory agencies that Trump is now combating. Trump, and whether you like him or not, he's a divider. Trump does not make any effort whatsoever to appeal to anyone beyond his base. He loves to divide people. FDR was a uniter, as borne out by the landslide victories he won every re-election campaign with. I mean, you're talking about a right-wing populist versus a progressive liberal. And you're acting like those are the same thing. I mean, you're smoking crack, Batya. You are smoking some very strong, very powerful, very laced with DMT crack if you think that Trump and FDR have anything in common other than the fact that they were both human and they both maybe do an internment camp or two.
Think of Trump's major convictions. He's anti-war. He promised to veto a national abortion ban. He is respectful of religion, but also pro-gay. And most importantly, he represents the working class's best shot at achieving the American dream that we haven't seen in 60 years.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come a little closer. Trump is anti-war? This is a guy who is currently saber rattling against Greenland. Fucking Greenland. He just got done carpet bombing Yemen. He dropped the mother of all bombs on Afghanistan, the largest non-nuclear bomb that we have ever dropped. He assassinated Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, nearly triggering an open war. He expanded drone strikes. He did everything in his power to loosen the rules of engagement. He increased the Pentagon budget every single year that he was in office. How in the fuck is Trump anti-war? Trump said that he would veto a national abortion ban. Well, okay, he said it, but would he actually do it? Because Trump says a lot of things, okay? Abortion was federally legal in every U.S. state until his Supreme Court killed Roe v. Wade. Now, he pledges to leave it up to the states to decide, but hitherto to Trump, it was already decided. You could get an abortion in every state across the United States of America. Under Trump, tons of women lost their right to go get an abortion. So millions of people lost their rights under Trump. So how the fuck are you going to claim that Trump is anything other than a pro-life dipshit? Donald Trump is pro-gay. That's the other claim here. Well, he rolled back protections for LGBTQ plus people in healthcare, housing, and education. His administration argued before the Supreme Court that businesses should be allowed to fire LGBTQ plus employees based on their religious beliefs. And he also appointed anti-LGBTQ plus. We need a shorter goddamn name for this shit. How many syllables is that? LGBTQ plus. And that's with skipping the IA. Like, come on, guys. That is a goddamn mouthful. Maybe that's the idea. You know what I'm saying. Talk about fellatio. Yeah. But anyway, he appointed a bunch of anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-everybody goddamn judges at every level of the judiciary. So I gotta ask you, how the fuck this guy is pro-gay again? Because he held up an LGBTQIA XYZ flag one time? And he was like, look, the gays, they love me. Well, maybe some gays do love Trump, but he don't love them back. No, sirree, Bob, he do not. And the rest of, what's her name again? Batilda, Bamilda, Bamyas, Bougia, Batya. The rest of Batya's article is all her claiming that Donald Trump has been some kind of progressive on the economy. So let's take a look at some of that shit. He passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, a massive corporate tax cut, permanently lowering corporate tax from 35 to 21%, with temporary crumbs for the middle class. He passed a tax cut that expires for me and you, but doesn't expire for corporate America. Doesn't sound like progressive economics to me. He eliminated or weakened financial regulations. He gutted Dodd-Frank. Not very progressive. He made it easier for Wall Street to gamble with your money while doing nothing to raise or strengthen unions. He opposed raising the federal minimum wage, which is embarrassingly stuck at $7.25 an hour. His trade wars, currently ongoing, hurt farmers, manufacturers, and consumers through retaliatory tariffs. He privatized public services. He appointed billionaires and corporate executives to his cabinet. His pandemic relief helped big business first. Remember all that PPP fraud a while back? And his idea of economic stimulus was stock market performance, not worker well-being. So how the fuck, Matilda, is this guy some kind of progressive? Unless they've redefined the term progressive to mean rich people first. If progressive now means rich people first, then I guess he's a fucking progressive. But if progressive still means progressive, then I hate to tell you, Bethesda, he ain't no goddamn progressive. And you are not a MAGA lefty. You're just MAGA. And if you are a genuine lefty, then you are a cretin. Because how the fuck does anybody, by the way, this Botcha bitch, more holes to poke in this goddamn narrative of her being a lefty. This was one of those people who rallied against the Bernier Busters, like the Bernier Busters crossed the line by wanting Bernie's politics over Hillary's. So this chick is just flat out a fucking moron. She ain't no goddamn lefty. She does not have a left vision for the country. She's just a grifter going from one neo-lib to another. And now she wants to pretend like nationalism and trade protectionism is somehow a progressive thing. She wants to pretend that Trump is pro-LGBT and that he's basically the second coming of fucking FDR. Give me a break, you dumb bitch. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now it's back to my contemplations of the orb. What do I see within it? I actually see my own fingerprints. Or are those Hitler's fingerprints? I don't know. They're the same. What a fucking twist, huh?